Hello, welcome. Nice to see you again. Okay, now I would like to teach you a little bit about the awareness, because essence of meditation is the awareness. So essence of meditation is not spacious, clarity, joyful, peaceful, and no thought, no emotion. These are not the essence of meditation. Peaceful, joyful, happiness are the experience of meditation, the result of meditation, but not the essence of meditation. And what is the essence of meditation? It's awareness. Sometimes you can call mindfulness, attention, there's many different names, but actually here, what I like to use is awareness. As I mentioned in the first session, I think I asked you to raise your hand. Do you have awareness? Or if you think you don't have awareness, raise your hand. Something like that, yeah? So actually, we all have this awareness. Without awareness, you cannot raise your hand. Oh, I have awareness, yes. This is awareness. Oh, I don't have awareness. There's also awareness. Because without awareness, you cannot raise your hand. Actually, we all have this awareness. But then, what's the point to meditate? Because we all have awareness. And why you come here to learn meditation? Because essence of meditation is awareness. But we all have awareness in everyday life. And what's the difference? What is the unique thing for meditation? To come to learn, to come to class, to watch this video, to learn meditation? What's the benefit? What do you think? Maybe try to think. The benefit is, or the difference is, or unique for the meditation is, normally you are not recognize your awareness. But now here, you recognize your awareness. That's the difference. This way, there's two kinds of awareness here now. Normal awareness, which is your not recognized awareness. But if you recognize your awareness, if you recognize your normal awareness, then that is become meditative awareness. Second. And there is a third awareness, what we call pure awareness. Pure awareness. This pure awareness is beyond concept, beyond dualistic mind. It's totally free, totally open. There's no subject and object. And there's pure awareness. Is very, very pure, clear, totally open, spacious, but no concept. So pure awareness. So first we have to learn second awareness, the meditative awareness. And from the meditative awareness, then eventually you will recognize the third awareness, which is pure awareness. And these things come one by one. For example, when you meditate with sound, when you meditate with your breath, you have awareness and you recognize awareness. How you recognize this awareness? Through motivation. You're thinking that I'm going to meditate. And that changes everything. It's like the moment of you thinking that I'm going to aware of breath, and this is a meditation. So you aware of your breath consciously, intentionally, you're aware of breath. But normally, even you know your breath, almost like unconsciously you know breath. Even you listen to sound, almost like you unconsciously listen to sound, yeah? Not exactly same as like unconsciously, but there's no, you not recognize awareness. So there's no, no center here. But if you, through meditation technique, when you listen to sound, awareness here. So you have center here. And that's the freedom. So your normal mind is like flake in the wind, Move here and there, but awareness is like pole. It's in the middle. So although you have pole and flake together, no problem. Flake is moving, but you can have pole. But normally we don't see the pole. We only see the flake. And you totally be with the flake, and then there's a problem. A lot of upside your mind, a lot of up and down. Your mind becomes sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy, looks like your happiness becomes like stock market. What is the meaning of not recognizing awareness? Not recognizing awareness is what we call get lost. Your mind get lost. You don't know what you're doing, so your mind get lost. That's the absence of the realizing awareness. And second, normal I mentioned, don't meditate, yeah? So no meditation, not getting lost. So these two things need to be together with any meditation. You are not get lost, but you don't have to meditate. For example, I taught you this sound meditation and breathing meditation. You don't have to meditate, yeah? You just listen to sound. It's like normal. You're doing that in everyday life. But then what's different than normal? You are listening to sound consciously. You are listening to sound intentionally. So that is the awareness. That's the mindfulness. So your mind asks, your awareness asks the monkey mind, listen to sound. So you are the boss now. The awareness is the boss. That's all. So the awareness makes it different, but otherwise you don't have to really special focus and meditate. That's why no meditation, but not get lost. Two things, no meditation, not get lost. With the sound, the breath, with the breath also same. So first I told you, breathe, I will teach you meditation, breathe, something like that. And you thought, oh yeah, this is just meditation, breathe. Oh. Just notice your breath, just realize your breathing. That's all, yeah? So I didn't teach you meditation, but then later I told you, there's one secret. The secret is that was the meditation. You thought, wow. Yeah, that's why there's no meditation. No meditation, no distraction. Okay, now I would like to show you a little bit about to little action. Okay, to pretend to be get lost and the meditation. Okay, two things. I say no meditation, no get lost, yeah? So what is meditation and what is get lost? First, I would like to pretending as like getting lost. I will do first, then you have to do, okay? So first you sit there. When I sit there, maybe you're meditating. I will do here. Use this example with the meditation. Okay, you sit on nice cushion. Okay, I'm going to meditate. With a little bit smile, put smile on your your mouth. And you just think, oh, peace. And slowly. Like that. Or whatever, I'm meditating here, supposed to meditate here, It's already 5 minutes, it's gone. Something like that. Or first you meditate. Later you smile, And slowly. These are them getting lost. It's almost like you lost yourself. You don't know what you're doing, yeah? That means getting lost. Could you repeat again? I cannot hear. What do you say? This also. Okay, now, what is meditation? So I'm going to do something pretend as like meditating, okay? Okay, now meditation is like this. First you get lost, okay? I will start from getting lost. And, I lost. No good. It's already, 5 minutes already gone. I thought I'm going to meditate 15 minutes, but 5 minutes already gone. Oh dear. And you think, okay, now focus to sound. Sound. No thought. No other emotion. Strong focus. Sound. And when you try to focus too much to sound, you cannot really focus to sound. You cannot hear sound. Or if you hear the sound, you see a lot of other. In your mind, there's a lot of thought, lot of other emotion comes, and you really cannot focus to sound. You have to push yourself too much. Sound. Or breath. Breath. Like that. So it's become very difficult, and there's a lot of extra effort and extra tension. It's very difficult. So this is a meditation. And what you did before, listen to sound and be aware of breath, doesn't have this both. Just like normal, listen to sound. You're doing every day, but you are listening to sound consciously, with the recognizing awareness. Listen to sound. So when you recognize awareness, listen to sound, and there's some kind of like three qualities there. Three qualities with awareness. Recognize awareness, listen to sound. There's three qualities. And these three qualities comes automatically. You don't have to specially look for these three qualities. You don't have to check too much. Don't check too much. Just motivation will change. Oh, I'm going to meditate with the sound. And this meditation means non-meditation, okay? Meditation of non-meditation. Meditation of meditation. The first, what I did action, this is meditation of meditation. Sound. No need that. But gently listen to sound, which is meditation of non-meditation. Meditation of non-meditation, which is you already did before, is just listen to sound. Meditation of non-meditation is recognize awareness. Because of motivation. Okay, I'm going to meditate on sound. That motivation change everything. So you recognize that motivation, automatically recognize awareness. And then you just listen to sound. And when you listen to sound, there's three qualities. Okay, what are the three qualities? First, okay, it's the recognition. awareness. You recognize awareness. And the second, there's a little bit like non-judgmental experience. Non-judgmental experience. What we call is like bee and flower. Your awareness is like bee, and the object of this awareness is like flower. For example, when bee go to the flower, taking the nectar and honey, doesn't matter good flower, bad flower, ugly flower, beautiful flower, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter so much. So you are using sound as support for your awareness, doesn't matter what kind of sound. You don't care so much about sound. Of course you know this nice sound, not nice sound, but you just listen. A sense of little bit like non-judgment. And there's sense of what we call facing inward. The awareness facing inward. Because you have the center here now. And the awareness is always there. This awareness is important. Sound is not important. Normally awareness totally faces out. But here, awareness in the center. It's facing inward. So first you recognize. Second is sense of non-judgmental quality. And third is awareness facing inward. There's three things here with the meditative awareness. But these three comes automatically. You don't have to judge so much. You don't have to check so much, okay? When you listen to sound. If you think, I'm going to meditate on sound, that's it. Everything's there. This three quality comes there right away. Okay. So now we're going to practice this meditation again with sound, okay? And when you listen to sound with the meditation technique, then there's a awareness. Okay, now we're going to meditate with sound, okay? And try to see what is the difference between meditative awareness and normal awareness, okay? Now I'm going to ring this bell and you have to listen to sound. And this is non-meditation of meditation, yeah? Please keep your spine straight and relax your muscles in your body. Okay, now please listen to sound. You have awareness now, listen to sound now. You are not lost. Your mind is not lost now. Okay, now next is try to get lost. So please listen to this sound without awareness. Don't listen to this sound consciously. Just forget about awareness. Be lost in the sound. Okay? So you have to lose. Please keep your spine straight. Relax your body and mind. And please listen to sound. Don't meditate. be lost. Don't forget to be lost. Okay, how was it? I think this is a little bit trick also. Second one, if you try to be lost when you listen to sound, and if you try to listen to sound with unconscious, almost like, without knowing you listen to sound, it's very difficult. So you cannot do that. Listen to sound without awareness, be lost in the sound. You cannot do. Because you have awareness right there. You're consciously try to get lost, yeah? If you consciously try to get lost, there's awareness there, Awareness of sounds there, right there. So this is why sometimes when you try to see awareness to listen to sound, you cannot feel awareness. Now you try to be lost in the sound, avoid awareness, you see awareness very clear. Yeah. This way, anyway, once you have motivation, because we already have motivation, both of this case. First is I'm going to listen to sound with meditation. You have awareness, yeah. Second, don't meditate. And you know what is meditation, you know what is awareness. So you already recognize awareness, and through that, when you try to listen to sound and be lost in the sound, it's very difficult. So because of this motivation, change also. Motivation, which is, the awareness, and you know how to have awareness with sound. So now you say, no awareness with sound while you listen to sound. It's almost impossible. Okay. So by this practice, there's no getting lost. Because there's awareness. And you don't have to meditate special. It's natural, it's normal. Then your meditation become perfectly good, cool. Now I would like to teach a little bit about motivation. And this motivation is like connected with love and compassion. And thinking that I'm practice meditation, like breathing meditation with sound, and breathing meditation with open awareness. Whatever meditation is not only for me, not only benefit for me, and thinking that I'm practice all these meditation techniques is to benefit for others, other people, my friends, families, and those people who you don't know even, to benefit for all sentient beings. So beginning of the meditation, normally, if you have sensed some kind of motivation which is connected with love and compassion, and this practice not only for me, for others, it's very important. And then end of the practice, you have to dedicate, thinking that, okay, now I finish my meditation. That's why I'm going to dedicate whatever I did the breathing meditation, sound meditation, open awareness, anything, I'm going to dedicate for all sentient beings, all others, for world peace, for remove the obstacle problems in the world, monkey mind problems, remove the monkey mind problem in the beings, in the sentient beings, in all sentient beings. So you dedicate your meditation for others in the end. Okay, so beginning by good motivation, which is I'm going to meditate not only for me, for others, and ending by dedication. So whatever I meditated in the past, for others, for world peace, for benefit for all sentient beings. If these two together, then your meditation become very precious, become really good for you. Okay, now here, this fourth section, this is the last one, we finish now. And this is just general introduction about meditation, just simple meditation, basic meditation. And if you want to learn more, you can join the Joy of Living levels. There's a follow-up meditation, level 1, level 2, level 3. And level 1 is more deep into the awareness, and you really develop awareness and using different phenomena as support for your awareness. So when I was young, I had panic disorder, and I use my panic as support for awareness. So how to do that? These things are in the Joy of Living level 1. So now, with this meditation, the basic teaching, what I taught you, these 4 sections, doesn't have this full, instruction, because you have to practice this step by step. You cannot really use your emotion directly as support for your meditation right now. So you have to learn step by step. So if you want to learn more deep, and there's more deep about awareness and using everything as support for your meditation. And this way, what we call, you can be happy everywhere, anytime, under any circumstances. And for me, I learned this, not just idea, I learned this experience with my panic. So I'm saying my panic is one of my best teacher and one of my best friend, because I learned a lot. I'm here because of my panic. I wrote many books because of my panic. Anyway, that's why Joy of Living level 1 is about mainly to develop awareness, what we call calming your mind. And level 2 is develop awareness with love and compassion, what we call 4 immeasurables: love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And also how to transform this love and compassion with the problems, with the monkey mind problems, also like that, to apply love and compassion in daily life also. Level 3 is Joy of Living level 3, and that's the awakening wisdom. It's more about wisdom to deeper level of understanding about your mind, and to see how your mind works. By doing that, and you will free from suffering because of the wisdom. And this is more deeper level, your awareness become more develop, more deeper and more profound, the 3rd level. So you can really see how your mind works, and you can really get in touch to your true nature, yourself. This is the wisdom. And how to apply this wisdom in daily life, especially with the problems and those things, okay? All this practice, by all this practice, there's 2 things here now. First, to see your awareness, to develop your awareness. And second, by recognizing your awareness, realizing your awareness, develop your awareness, eliminate your, suffering, confusion, problem, purified. These are the 2. Okay, now pretty much finished. And I'm very happy that I can offer you this class. And I hope it will bring you some benefit for you. And don't worry to put so much effort, so much tends to practice meditation. Just relax, and you can practice meditation with relax and ease. But try short time, many times. You can meditate everywhere, anytime in your life. You have breath all the time. You can aware your breath anytime, everywhere. And if you have sound near you, you can listen. Just even a few seconds while you're walking, while you're eating, while you're having communication with others. Anywhere, anytime, something like that. So be well and practice with relax. And okay, that's finished. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in the future.